Up in the garden and down in the dirt. The author of this book is Kate, and the illustrator is Christopher. So Christopher drew the pictures to match Kate's words. And I see they are drawing pictures of up in the garden. Beautiful black-eyed Susans. I see purple flowers and ladybugs. Butterfly, a robin, a bee. Look at that bee over there. Let's see. And down in the dirt. Down in the dirt I see roots and a worm crawling right through. Let's see what this book is all about. Up in the garden and down in the dirt. Oh, I see vegetable sketches. These are sketches, little drawings. Beautiful vegetables and fruit and tools we use in the garden. What do you see? You see a pumpkin? Do you see a cucumber? Let's see this one. Oh, there's a trowel or a shovel. A little trowel in the dirt with a worm. This is down in the dirt. Up in the garden I see a crocus. Some leaves decaying. That's the title page. Let's take a look at the picture. There's still snow on the ground. But there's a clearing here in the middle, and I see 1, 2, 3 vegetable garden beds, or fruit garden beds, and a house. This must be the person that lives there, and a child. Up in the garden, I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds, and my head full of dreams. So they're standing, thinking. Planning means thinking. Handful of seeds. They have seeds and they're ready to put them in the ground. They're thinking about how they're going to organize their seeds. I'm doing the same thing right now. Wow. These trees are blooming in our neighborhood. And the robins are out. Let's see. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants, and mud sucks at my rain boots. It's not quite time, Nana says. So now we know who this is. That's Nana. Down in the dirt, things need to dry out and warm up. What's down there, I ask. The child is asking his Nana, what's down there in the dirt? Let's see. Worms and roots and tunnels. Ooh, it's like close-ups, right? Take a look. Down in the dirt is a whole busy world of earthworms and insects, digging and building and stirring up soil. They're already working down in the dirt. So this is an early spring. All these insects, earthworms, they were working hard already. There's a slug and a snail. Let's see here. Oh, I see a chicken. Up in the garden, we snap brittle stalks. So brittle is like dry and kind of crunchy. You snap them off, scoop rustly armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they squabble and scratch, we spread compost over the soil. You have to imagine that part, huh? Imagine spreading the compost over the soil. Preparing the ground. Oh, you see a bunny rabbit and a crocus? More crocuses. 3. 1, 2, 3. Some dried leaves. Down in the dirt, pillbugs chew through last year's leaves. I give a gentle poke. They roll up tight and hide in plated suits of armor, roly-poly round. My son just discovered one of these on Saturday. He was down in the dirt, that roly-poly, balled right up in his hand. It's always fun to go out and dig in the dirt these days. Let's see what we have here. Garden beds. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 garden beds, and here's a different page with a watering can and a close-up. So let's read this page here first. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my finger and sprinkle seeds in a careful row. Give them a drink, Nana says. We pat them down to snuggle in the dark. It's almost like putting them to sleep, right? So this must mean furrow. It's a new word. She trails her finger, so she must be making these rows to put the seeds in. Down in the dirt, a tomato hornworm rests, waiting for wings and the leaves where she'll lay her eggs. So that's a tomato hornwing. Wow, interesting. It'll turn into a insect. And here, let's see if you can see. We see down in the dirt and up in the garden. Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout. Pea blossoms bloom. Wasps are on the prowl and honeybees visit, legs loaded with pollen. Check it out. That honeybee has his legs full of pollen. You see down there? It's neat. And there's the main character having a drink of water. I weed and wilt in sun so strong even Nana looks for shade. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp dark. So you can tell the sun is strong and it's making their bodies feel warmer. The main character's having a drink of water here. The Nana's finding shade. They're taking a break from all their weeding and working. Wow, you can tell that time has passed in this story. Do you notice that? The time has passed. It's not early spring anymore. Up in the garden, rain shower. Nana turns the hose on me. Here's a sound word. Eee! So here's Nana turning the hose on the main character. She's running off. And you see those vegetable beds? Those garden beds, flower beds? Oh, the baby robins have been born. Oh, look at this vine growing. Wow, what is that? Can you guess what that is? Little yellow flowers on there? Let's see, are there any clues? There's a clue. What's that shape? I hide behind the cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shiver and laugh, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep. Roots drink it in, and a long-legged spider stilt walks over the streams. Where's that spider? Let's see if we can find him. There he is. Look at that long-legged spider stilt walking over the streams of hose water. Little chipmunk. Dragonfly. So that's a cucumber vine. There's the word cucumber. Cucumber. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Pages are stuck together. Oh, I spy. It's my little eye. Something red and round. Do you know what that is? Can you guess? Up in the garden, there's so much to eat. Ladybugs feed on aphids. Let's zoom in there. It's a ladybug feeding on aphids. Those aphids are so tiny. Nana crunches green beans. I bite a ripe tomato, warm from the sun. Juice dribbles down my chin. Delicious. So now I really know time has passed because the tomatoes won't be ready until later on in the summer. So we started in early spring at the beginning of the story. Now we're about in the middle of the story. And it's summertime. Down in the dirt, a robin's beak finds a cricket, a beetle, a grub. So this robin's beak found, let's find it, a cricket, a beetle, a grub. Well, that's a grub, I know that. A cricket. And the beetles. Oh, there's beetles there. Slugs are scrumptious too. Now we know what robins eat. Oh, I see a bat in this picture. See that bat up there? They're going for a walk. The characters are here walking. And the sunflowers are out. It must be August. Up in the garden, we pick cukes and zucchini, harvesting into the dark. Bats swoop through the sunflowers, and I pluck June bugs from the basil until it's time for bed. Basil, I can smell it now. Hey, who's this character? Do you know who that is? It's a little black animal with a white stripe all the way down his tail. Down in the dirt, skunks work the night shift. They snuffle and dig and gobble cutworms while I sleep. And that's the truth. Those skunks come in at night when everyone's sleeping, and they get their cutworms and all the grubs. They like to eat up the grubs too. Let's see what this is. It's daytime. Up in the garden, a praying mantis. That's who that is. A praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. So it's morning. Nana sprays away the aphids, and I'm after grasshoppers. Ready to swoosh, but snap! Someone else is faster. Down in the dirt, a smooth, shining garter snake crunches on supper. So he's down in there, eating up those grasshoppers. Up in the garden, the wind grows cool. Pumpkins blush orange and sunflowers bow to September. Nana ties them together to build a house for reading. That's so neat. Look at that. So in September, we're learning here that the sunflowers are really tall and the pumpkins are becoming ripe on the vine. Nana ties up these sunflowers to make a little reading house in the garden. That looks very cozy. I see a spider web. Do you see that? Oh, there's the spider. There's some moths stuck in it. I can tell it's nighttime. I see a moon. Down in the dirt, an orb weaver spins her web, strand by silken strand. She'll munch on moths tonight. Munch on moths. Listen to that M sound. We have a big scene here. With the farmhouse and another farmhouse. What's happening in the picture? Oh! Boys and girls, you know about this. Do you see what's happening in the picture? They're gathering potatoes, aren't they? Let's see what it says. Up in the garden, colored leaves litter the squash vines, and we know the cold is coming. Hurry, hurry, and harvest! There's enough for the neighbors, too. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather what we leave behind. They're restoring food for cooler days ahead. Those ants are working so hard. They're storing that food up for the winter. I think they are harvesting potatoes. I see some seeds blowing. They're blowing right off the sunflower. This is a neat picture. It's a shadow, silhouette. And over here is down in the dirt. Up in the garden, frost draws lace on leftover leaves. I hear that L sound, lace on leftover leaves, where secret egg sacs hang, waiting for the warm to return. We say goodbye and spread the winter blankets. Spread the winter blankets. Down in the dirt, beetles burrow. Ants scurry home. Earthworms curl tight in the dark. So they're all preparing for winter. We've gone through a season, 3 seasons: spring, summer, fall. When Grandpa calls us in for soup, an autumn moon is rising. Up in the garden, dry corn stalks tremble, and the wind smells like winter. But the long, ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and the bumblebees and the earthworms and the ants are hunkered down, hiding, biding their time. So think about when the cold winter comes, all those creatures are hunkered down under the earth. Here they are, dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts under the bare arms of trees and the blanketing snow. A whole new garden sleeps down in the dirt. This book was written much like a poem or poetry style. I think the words are beautiful. There's an author's note and further reading and all about animals here. Look at that. It tells you all about pillbugs, tomato hornworm. So if you were curious and you wanted to learn more, you turn to the back of the book and look up which creature or animal you're interested in. And the author will tell you more information about that creature. So neat. Thank you for listening to our story today, Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt. I hope you get a chance to go out and dig yourself.